Earlier in my video, guys, I shared with you the post that an investment portfolio manager in the name of Peter Han mentioned on his LinkedIn. You know, he has multiple posts that he's been posting since publishing since the last weeks, and today he's really confirmed how the theory of a secondary book actually works. And he also, spoke out about AMC really trading in the range of 5,000, if not, from 5,000 to $10,000 a share. Yes, you heard that right. 5,000 to $10,000 a share. Now, a lot of people have really a hard time wrapping their head around that price on, the dark pools and the secondary book. Well, when you actually open your app and your brokerage account, you see $34 a share. Now, here's the thing, guys. We all know this is a squeeze play. We all know the fundamentals of the momentum play is the short squeeze because AMC have been shorted to oblivion. And because the SEC it's not mandatory for suits to disclose the short positions. When you short a stock, you are not obliged. It's not mandatory for you as a suit to report that short position. You only report a long position, and for those who report a short position, it's based on it's based on a voluntary method. Okay, it's because they are willing to do so that they do so. That's why all the numbers on Artex, S3 Partners, Fintel are totally not accurate. It's an estimate based on what the exchange is sending them, but that's not the reality of things, because the truth is our orders are not going to the actual marketplace. Okay, it's like you are buying a car through a broker or buying a house through a broker, and they take your money and they say, you know what, I'm going to park it here for the moment and wait for maybe a better offer, or maybe not even send that offer. So you are here sitting knowing that a house or a car will come, but the car actually never went to the market and bought the actual car or house. That's the exact same thing Hedges and Citadel are using here, because Robinhood, it's working with Citadel, okay? Payment on order flow. Whenever you send your orders through Robinhood, those orders are not taking the initial route or the traditional route they are supposed to, okay? Instead, they take another bus, okay? And that bus is going to another route through Citadel and maybe Virtus, because these guys are really sitting on a monopoly when it comes to order flow for retail orders, okay? These are not my words, guys. Don't take my words for granted. Go ahead and check, articles, videos on the New York Stock Exchange president coming out on mainstream media and disclosing that information, all right? So we all know about that, and this is actually the rationale that will explain and make sense of all this disparity between the actual real price and the the share price that you see on your app. The thing is, guys, we have 5 million people who bought and are still buying and holding AMC since January, okay? And the shorts created synthetic shares, naked shorts, and more manipulation, dirty tricks that makes no sense. And they are not using those on platforms that you and I have access to. That's what we call dark pools. They are dark, okay? So it's only allowed and reserved for a certain class of investors. Now, the thing is, they are shorting AMC on the real market. That's why people are buying and holding, even in terms of millions, but the share price is still tanking. The share price is still below $100, $500, $1,000, okay? And the other thing is, they are shorting AMC on those dark pools, okay? And on those dark pools or secondary book, the secondary book is really where our orders are being parked, okay? When we send our orders, our orders are not going to the actual market where the share price, computers are supposed to, calculate based on supply and demand. AMC is really one of the rarest assets where people are still buying and are holding. I wasn't really be surprised if there is actually no share available out there, because everything out there is just synthetics. You may be also buying when you buy the dip, okay? But these are synthetics, and these are shares that have been created by hedges who are shorting AMC, but they are not shorting on those platforms that you and I have access to. They are shorting on dark pools, And they have another book where our orders are being parked. So if you really think about it, guys, if 80% of the retailers, like around 5 million people, and I think that 5 million mark is even bigger than that, okay? People are still buying and holding, and they own pretty much 80% of the float, and 20% is being owned by the company, institutions, okay? So that's already the existing shares, but how come hedges are still shorting this with hundreds of billions of dollars worth of synthetics? Those shares are coming where? Because those are our synthetic shares based on failure to deliver, based on, naked shorts, etc., etc. That's why the share price you see on your app is not the real price. And that's why I think we shouldn't really care that much about the line, the chart and the graph, and today dip, today more, because they haven't covered. Until the moment they do, it's still a play. If I write you a check right now of $1 million, but I tell you, do not cash before 2 months. Will you be looking at the check every single day for the next 2 months? Of course not. Because in 2 months, you show up at the bank, you cash the damn check, and you cash the money. Same thing with AMC. Stop stressing out, guys, okay? Stop. AMC is not, I know it may be real life changing for a lot of us, okay? But it's not where life ends. Because truth of the matter, guys, is personally, I think there are other plays out there. There are other stocks. There are way other opportunities out there to make a lot of money. Now, if you are on a budget and AMC is your only play, I do understand that you may want to have as much shares as possible, but some other people were already having an entire portfolio even before AMC. So guys, the thing is, my point, you need to chill because this thing will do what it's supposed to do in due time. All right, that's it.